now. Give it a 15 count before you hit anything.
Hello there, it's Gussy Dopp. I'm just a few minutes past 4:20, but I hope you're here with me, and I'll just chat away until a couple of you join me, and we'll take a look at today's next best step according to the tarot. Um, I wanted to be able to share with you all what a tremendous weekend I've had. It's been a whirlwind of energies. I'm not sure if you all got caught up in that same kind of whirlwind feeling that the weekend sort of just flew by. Whether you were in, Texas somewhere freezing your tuchus off, and I do not mean that lightly, or if you are buckling down right now for yet another winter storm in the area that you live, or if you were fortunate enough to be able to go to the beach today and actually stick your toes in the sand for a minute, wherever you're from. The weekend energy just sort of flew in and flew out just as quickly as it arrived. Um, I'm really pleased to be able to kind of share my good fortune with you right now because I'm feeling um, very well grounded and well supported by the universe. And so it's nice to share that feeling with all of you. It's certainly something that uh, is a comforting feeling and not something that I feel 100% all of the time. To be honest, I'm on my path just like you. Um, but I I was getting ready, brushing my teeth, ready to come here and offer this reading to you, and I heard clearly about um, the fact that right now our ancestors are completely surrounding us in love, that we are meant to connect with our own past lives. That, and I'm kind of going off script here. I don't know what's about to come out of my mouth because I'm just hearing. When I want to be clear, when I call in those energies or entities that are here for our greatest and highest good, when you hear me call in the ancestors, the fae, the animal allies, why do I do that? I want to tell you why. It's about bringing awareness to the energies that are available to us, that are there in support of who we are as sovereign beings. It opens our circle to the energies that are part of that vibration. So when I say ancestors, I'm not necessarily just talking about your ancestors that you've been related to. Ancestors also include family members and friends that have passed on. It can be anyone really in your scope and circle of living that you were close to and felt guided by. It could even be someone way back in the family tree that you have no awareness of and never will in this lifetime because perhaps it's buried so deeply on your family tree that the name is lost. Those ancestors that we call forward are with us if we allow that energy to be around us. So when I do a reading for you, I do call that energy in because I want complete um, clarity as much as I can possibly muster when I deliver a message forthright to you all. Um, when I call on uh, our higher selves, why do I say that? I say that because I do feel that we all have a spirit and soul connection. I believe that when we die, we do go back to connect to a higher source. I believe that we have, and this is my belief structure, not yours necessarily, I'm just telling you where I'm coming from, that we have the ability to come back, to regenerate here. and kind of learn the lessons we didn't learn in one lifetime after another. That we've all been working toward this goal for a while, some of us older souls than others. Um, but all working toward the ultimate goal of this ascension process or oops, I just moved Grim's camera. Sorry about that, Grim. Uh, I just also distracted myself, so there's a time to stop and take a breather, Gussy. So why? Why do I talk about our animal allies, crystal allies? Why do I mention all of those things? To be honest, when I work alone, when I work solitarily on my own, I don't run through that list like I do when I'm with all of you. I kind of call them my dream team because I know who my ancestors, I know who they are. I don't know all of them. I don't recognize all of them, but their energies are familiar to me. And I know I call them my dream team because I know that we do a lot of work while I'm asleep. I'll be just upfront with you. Lots of work while I'm asleep. I'm good, Grim, by the way. Um, so it's to bring your awareness into alignment with those energies so they can assist us and uphold us and be a part of what we're asking for with clarity. Now, I have had the fortune of spending a lot of time with the ancestors this weekend. When I mentioned um, my great weekend, part of it is just that. I've spent a lot of time uh, in the process of helping others on their spiritual path and healing, and so I just kind of want to share that blessing and that energy with you all, so that you can kind of jump in on it with me. Uh, yes, it was a hectic weekend, a fast weekend, lots of things happening, some good, some bad. But here we are on Sunday evening, if you're in the United States, and things are looking good. We've got this. I want to draw one card, knowing that in this time and space that we have set here for ourselves, that the energies and entities that are here within the circle space with us are here for our utmost and highest good. Other energies or entities that may be tempted to join this circle or think that they belong here, if they are not here for the utmost and highest good of all of the community here now, then they may not remain. They're not invited. Their energy won't even match ours to be able to meet where we are, if that makes sense. Out of respect, I always ask for the presence of the ancestors and our spirit guides, our higher selves, our past lives, animal allies, crystal allies, the elements of the earth herself. I ask for the wisdom and clarity and protection of those beings, those energies, those alignments, those vibrational qualities, because it's important that as we do our search, as we do our spiritual quest, that we know we have the support on the other side of what we're doing. That's what this is about. This isn't about following a certain deity and becoming basically ensconced in another religion. This is about finding your own sovereign steps to your own spirituality, your own connection with the divine, God, if you will, goddess, if you want. Um, I call it the divine energy. Sometimes I call it God, goddess, spirit. Sometimes I call it mother, father. It matters not what you call it. What matters is your connection to it. And that's what we're striving for, to have a better understanding of both ourselves. That's why we work so hard at getting rid of these shadow boxes on the shelf. That's why we're doing the shadow work that we are, as hard as it is, as painful as it can be. That's why we're doing it. That's why we're here. I'm really curious to see what card I'm led to draw today because I have a feeling the message will be deep and it will be from our ancestors. And the Princess of Cups. I think she has emerged recently before. We'd have to go back through the 420s over the last several days. I don't always keep track of the cards, although I should. Um, I should do that, and maybe I shall. But the Princess of Cups is really the energy caught up in the whirlwind of the ancestors and being kind of carried away if you'll allow yourself to be, um, where you actually have to do a little bit of letting go, a little bit less control on your part, a little bit of willingness to let some of the traumas heal without a whole lot of, emotional, bashing on your end going on. If you allow yourself to get into the flow, like being caught up in, oh gosh, think about Pocahontas and that from Disney's Pocahontas, and she's in the wind and it's blowing around her and catching in her hair. Being a part of that kind of energy is both releasing and energizing at the same time. You have this energy around you right now that is there for your, I guess, tapping into it whenever you need to. You just need to remind yourself that it's there and that there are spirits, if you will, energies, if you'd like, there to guide you further toward your next best step. You just have to trust. You have to trust that what you hear when you ask the question is the answer. You have to trust yourself that when you ask for your ancestors to participate, that when you see the subtle hints or the synchronicities that kind of pop up before you, and it might be subtle, it might take a minute to catch on, but when you look for the synchronicity and you start to see the synchronicity, you will start to see um, not such a random pattern after all, but actually perhaps there's a message involved. And perhaps if you just sort of allow yourself to experience what that message is and allow yourself to get into the flow, perhaps you'll find out just what it is that they're leading you to. And I will let you know this, our ancestors are on our side. Those that are here with us remaining now want the best for us. They do not want us to fall apart and fail. There is a lot riding on your family history. Why do you think there's such a tremendous look at the past right now? Ancestry.com, 23andMe, and even those companies are branching out now into deeper DNA research. So this is the future, and knowing your past and where you come from is as important as knowing who you're going to be tomorrow. Stay magical. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. I don't know if Grim pressed the